Hello folks and welcome back to Stellaris. So today we're going to be doing something a little different from the Fallen Republic content that I have been doing. And instead we're going to check out a series of mods primarily focused around a Star Wars ship pack by Larabee. Now Larabee I actually know going back to an old YouTube channel called Intrepid Dawn that was focused on a lot of Star Wars Stellaris content. Although eventually he moved away from that, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, Larabee is still kind of around. The mod pack itself hasn't been updated since, I want to say, November. But at the very least, it still presents, I mean, it's still workable, so that's important. The main thing that gets a little iffy with the series of mods that I'm using is the Star Wars Species pack. The problem with that, and it hasn't been updated yet, is it doesn't allow you to generate, like, if you use a species from the Species pack and even if you set it to Empire Spawning Forced, for whatever reason, because it's messed up, it doesn't do that. So you actually have to edit some files on it. I want to say on the workshop page, if you go there, there is someone that actually specifies what to do to change it. You have to do some text editing, that sort of thing. Anyways, let's get started here. I've already set up all of the empires that I'm going to use. So we have the Galactic Empire with Palpatine. I'm going to be using Necrophage here for a couple of reasons. One is to kind of be representative of the Sith. And then there'll be a human side to them as well. So we're doing that with the Empire, we're doing that with the Cult of Nihilus, and we're doing it with the Jedi Remnant here. Empire is using the Empire ship pack. I've also set up a little Gree Enclave. Now one thing you can do with this, so generally with the Larabee mod pack, you can't use the base Stellaris ships. But you can, if you go to like an existing force, you can actually edit them. Although it looks like it's actually been removed. You used to be able to go through and edit them. But now it looks like they've all been, okay, interesting. Yeah, originally you could go through and edit them, but it looks like they've kind of changed some of this up here. Because if we look at this, for example, ship appearance, it's showing as Old Republic ships. Okay. Huh. Well, somehow I've gotten it where I can have the avian ships. I want to say if you want to duplicate this, to use the old ship sets, just make a custom Empire and base Stellaris to do it, I think. It's my guess, anyways. But anyways, they do exist. We'll enable them just to put them in, but they're going to be at a disadvantage. Reason they're going to be at a disadvantage is the base Stellaris ships and ship types. They don't have as many hard points as the Star Wars ships. So they're going to be at a disadvantage, but you know, just for some flavor, we're adding a Yuuzhan Vong and a Gree Enclave group. One with a Shattered Ring, the Yuuzhan Vong with Void Dweller origin. We got the Rebel Alliance, their prosperous unification. I considered doing the Federation setup. The only problem with using the Federation origin is that it's, to me it seems hampered the way it's done. So I'm going with prosperous unification. I don't know if it's the best one or not. Next one is the Corellian Kingdom, my own personal favorite, and probably the one I might use in this gameplay. They have the Galactic Doorstep origin. Reason I chose Galactic Doorstep is to kind of simulate a center point station. We got a Cult of Nihilus using the Sith Empire ship set. Also Necrophage, and they're focused on being barbaric despoilers and an Imperial cult. I want to check, what did they set the Empire to? Okay, aristocratically and distinguished Admiralty. Mandalorian Remnant is using the Mandalorian ship set, although it's... Oh, I see. Okay, I think I understand kind of what Larabee was doing here. For whatever reason, when you hover over these ships, it shows like Old Republic as humanoid. I think what Larabee tried to do is kind of replace some of these ship sets. Like the humanoid with the Old Republic and that sort of thing. Okay, I kind of understand a little bit. Don't get confused by the Mandalorian Remnant. For whatever reason, their preview image isn't here. But they're starting on a post-apocalyptic world. Being Mandalore, since we saw in the Clone Wars that it's quite destroyed. Trade Federation is Mechanists. They're starting on Cato Neimoidia. Figure make them a corporate entity. And then the Jedi Remnant, also Necrophage, using the Old Republic, or Galactic Republic chipset, I should say. Anyways, let's get started here. We'll go with the Corellian Kingdom. So if you're doing like an all custom empire setup, you'll count the number of empires that you have. In this case, it's 9. And then you'll subtract 1 because, you know, obviously the one that you're already playing. So we want 8 AI empire starts, advanced AI starts. We could do 2. Fallen empires. Should we do fallen empires? You know what? Why not? So we'll do fallen empires. We'll do marauder empires. Tech tradition cost. We'll do normal. Habitable worlds normal. These 2 will be normal. Mid-game and end-game years should be okay. Victory, I'm just gonna turn the victory off. Difficulty. Now this is always something that I'm always having a hard time trying to balance. In Fallen Republic, I was able to do Grand Admiral because of the nature of the shipyards. In this one, it's not exactly going to be the same. Let's go for Commodore. But I won't do more than that. I've tried Grand Admiral and Base Stellaris, and I've gotten my ass kicked, so I don't exactly want to go for Grand Admiral here. Also, most of the resources are relatively the same. There are a few unique resources that are used for like the turbo laser weapons and all that. Another thing about the set of ships and weapons that I'm using is they take out the base Stellaris weapons. Now in the past you used either a custom mod pack that Larabee did for Intrepid Dawn, or maybe even in Larabee's early mod packs, you could actually mix and match, which I kind of miss, but you know, it is what it is. Hyperlane density is going to be 1. Abandoned gateways, we'll have some of them available. There's not going to be many. Wormhole pairs, we'll go to 0.25, but that'll be it. Caravaneers, yes. You know, compatibility, yes, and Iron Man off. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Do I want to change empire placement, random or clusters? Let's do random. That might be better for us. Now, the one nice thing about using the Larabee mod pack is you are still able to make full advantage of a lot of the stuff that's in Stellaris, a lot of the DLC and all that. So you can make a ring world, you can make a Dyson sphere and all that. Yeah, those don't exactly appear in Star Wars, but at the same time, they're still nice. Now, another thing about this mod pack, you can choose what kind of blaster bolts that you want. For the Corellians, I think I'm gonna go with the red bolts.
Research concluded.
Old Republic ships enable. Starts immediately. All right, let's go for engineering research. We'll do monthly unity there and research speed. Now, unlike Fallen Republic, here you do not have the automatic exploration enabled from the start, so you gotta kind of set it up a little bit. Now, I will say the nice thing about this mod pack is it runs much better than Fallen Republic. It could just be a matter of just having less civilizations. Because in Fallen Republic, even when you're using like the random maps, you still have several civilizations. Here we're only working with 9 of them total. Myself and then 8 others.
Construction project concluded.
Corellia, someone at the door. Oh yeah, so being part of the Galactic doorstep, sometimes things come through Little Gateway. And can we rename this? Oh, I can't rename it? Boo. Boo, I say.
Situation log updated.
I was thinking of the best options for setting up the Corellians. I've had several different ways that I've done it in the past.
Situation log updated.
Sometimes I've done the syncretic evolution because the Corellians exist both with Drawl and the Solonians. But at the same time, especially because I start this group as a ooh. Hostile hijacked fleets. Lovely. Because I start this Corellian force as xenophobes, it generally doesn't go very well.
Updated. Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
Alright, so these are our little ships. And they're attacking us with, yeah, similar ships. Cultist ship disabled. Or the cultist ship. Can I do that with just the basic, yes. Yeah, just the basic military ship works for that. So since I started as Fanatic Materialist, and it could be regular Materialist as well, our starting enemy gets to be lovely religious cult.
Special project concluded.
We must pursue these terrorists, yes. I'm not going to be reading through most of the little blurbs that come up because I've gone through it so many times, and especially if you've played Stellaris a lot, you've probably already seen it for the most part, so. I don't know what I think of having an Arctic world here. What did I set for our species? Did I make them habitable, charismatic natural engineers, and industrious? Okay. So, we could inhabit the Arctic world. But if we do, we may want to work on research to change our habitability. But yeah, overall I'll say that I've enjoyed this mod pack quite a bit. It has its ups and downs, obviously, compared to Fallen Republic. Fallen Republic is much more story-driven, whereas this one is, you kind of make your own story with it. You know, there have been times that I've recreated the era from my old Jedi Academy role-playing days, which took place, I want to say it was like 14 years after the Battle of Endor. Or at least that was like the starting period for it. Alright, ship designer. Let's change this up. Go all interceptor for now.
Concluded.
Can I afford 2 deflectors? I can, cool. Uh-oh. So a single space-dwelling creature sprung out from the gateway. Destroy Bubbles there. For those who don't know, Bubbles is the name of a, there's an event that you can get a random, space creature to follow you around. I don't remember if it's a space amoeba. I want to say it is. Alright. So just like in our Chiss series, I want to do kind of a similar thing where people can recruit various leaders and all that. I'll go with a basic, generic admiral for now. But then as soon as people want one, definitely let me know and I will add them to the list. Maybe I'll, also because of the nature of how we're going to do this, you can have a governor as well for this playthrough. And if a particular system gets large enough, you may be able to break away as a vassal. Though I'm not entirely sure how breaking away as a vassal works with governors. Do the governors become the leader of those nations, or do they remain as part of your group? I do not know. So we might have to check that out. So yeah, either a governor or an admiral is what you can pick for this playthrough. Alright, what do we want here on Corellia? Eventually I'm going to turn Corellia into an urban world. But for the time being, let's go with
System survey concluded.
Unity focused for now. I know I usually do research, but I want to kind of mix it up and do Unity this time, especially because one of the mods that I'm using lets you get all of the Ascension perks. So over here we have some Kyber Crystals. The one nice thing about this mod pack is you can actually use Kyber Crystals as any of the people, not just as the Empire. You can actually get super lasers on for any of your any of these factions too, which is kind of nice. Alright, upgrade our ships.
Concluded.
And I should probably expand them out pretty soon. At least once I get another alloy building.
Anomalous readings registered.
For the time being, let's go with an agriculture district, I guess. And as soon as possible, I want to expand over to this world. Also, theoretically, the sectors should work better, because it doesn't change everything in this mod pack. Like, most of the base Stellaris stuff is all the same.
Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
So it should work better as far as using sectors and all that. Or at least as well as base Stellaris does, anyways. Strike craft, armor. We'll do afterburners. Corellian ships are known for their speed, so you know what? We'll go for that. Uh-oh. An atomic clock counting down. We'll keep an eye on it. It's always interesting to see what develops from that.
Construction project
New science
concluded.
ship. Let's recruit. Go for the guy that has the better lifespan.
Anomaly found.
Now, is this a little... Okay. So the little anomaly here is not on the planet, which means that we should be able to inhabit it. Once more, the gateway's been activated, this time lasting only a second. Unknown metallic object of extraordinary velocity shot out and cut its way through the system. Then collided with a planet in our system.
Situation
Oh dear.
log updated. Research
Well, it only landed on one of these barren moons, so no casualties. Alright, so let's go ahead and start our colonization effort here. Since this is only the single planet in this system, I'm just going to call it Oshamir. Ship-sized weapons is the turbo laser research chain. You generally want to start that when they come up so you can get access to better turbo lasers. That will definitely help in the progression of this campaign.
Anomaly found.
The AI is not always the best at following that research chain, but sometimes they are.
Anomaly found. System survey concluded.
Alright, so taking this, we can do research subsidies.
Construction project concluded.
Unfortunately, I don't quite have enough influence for yet. Cultist Marauders found.
Evading hostiles.
114 is their fleet. Well, mine is at 214, so let's go over. I was supposed to recruit a random admiral here. Go for the reduced leader cost. And we'll just name her Generic Admiral. Now, what was my government type here? I want to say... Oh, dictatorial. Okay, cool. I thought so, but I couldn't quite remember.
System survey concluded.
Now, Fleet Manager, are you going to perform well? Hopefully. Let's produce a couple ships for you. Uh-oh, another one. This one is 271. That one will be a little bit more difficult to deal with. So we're seeing red lasers, the base Stellaris red lasers versus our blasters. The blasters are obviously the weakest of the weapons, but even then they still seem to do okay. They don't have a weakness to shields and they do armor damage.
Initial colonization phase commencing. Construction project concluded.
Alright, one little cultist fleet destroyed here. Bring them back. Now, fortunately, the cultists aren't over here at Thread, so we can go set up for here. What does this planet have? Well, we can do moat harvesting there.
Research
what about
concluded.
Oshamir? Oshamir, gas extraction wells, and a Betharian power plant. Okay. I always forget about it, even though the Betharian power plants are like one of the original unique resources in Stellaris. It just seems that whenever I play, most of the time, I never encounter it.
System survey concluded.
And even more ships now found.
Evading hostiles.
That one's at 149. Okay. But I don't think we've found their main force yet. 360. Let's go deal with the ones who are over here first. And that science ship, for the time being, we'll send over to do the research project and assist research on Corellia. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is probably the alloy foundry. Get some more alloys coming in. Ooh, what is this? We found 18? Huh.
Special project concluded.
This doesn't look like the one system that's kind of like a trap. There's a system that you can find that has a whole bunch of like ice asteroids that has a whole bunch of minerals. But when you find it, it ends up activating like mining drones. But this doesn't look like that system, so I think we'll be safe here. At least that's what I'm telling myself before we encounter it.
System survey concluded. Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
Alright, I can send my little science ship back out. Ooh, gene clinics. Definitely need that. So yeah, we're making gradual little progress here. I probably should build another construction ship so I can finish building the stuff that's in Corellia, in the Corellia system. And then once that is done, ooh, our amenities is looking a little rough. Let's build
Anomaly found.
housing. Yeah, very rarely do I end up researching the anomalies as soon as I'm going out. Are we starting with only one faction? Ooh, that could be useful. That very rarely happens. I'm surprised we haven't had a xenophobe faction show up yet. I mean, I'm not complaining. We have a lot of different interests on the planets, but materialists are definitely the top.
System survey concluded.
Oh, there's the
System survey concluded.
supremacist. Yep, there's the xenophobe faction. They were just taking their sweet time. Got some Tabana gas that we can get here. That would be useful. So we can
Evading hostiles.
finally start to make some progress on
Initial colonization
turbo laser
phase
technology.
complete.
I mean, you don't need the Tabana gas for the technology, but you do need it for building the weapons. All right, let's investigate this Gamma Menace.
Anomaly found.
This could be a useful system. We got a planet here that we could set up some fortresses on. It's at a choke point. Yes, I definitely want to take that
Research
planet.
concluded.
Unfortunately, our sprawl is starting to get maxed out, so eventually here we're gonna
Construction project concluded.
have to settle down a little bit, build up some administration. Rubalius? That's a horrible name.
Research concluded.
Let's see. Let's go for... Oh no, we'll do physics research. I was gonna go for the reactor, but the physics research is pretty good.
Special project concluded.
Alright, so we have a couple options here. Fascinating creatures and easy prey. I'm going to go with fascinating creatures.
Situation
That
log
provides the
updated.
better long-term option. Very rarely do I go for the options that improve the attack on the creatures, just because the long-term
System
research
survey concluded.
provides better stuff. So, like this one, I think will provide either evasion or regeneration. So. Let's see what this unidentified empire is. I mean, we know that it's going to be... what's
System
going-
survey concluded.
Oh, okay.
Without incident.
Wait, what's going on here? I'm very confused. Oh, did I select the wrong ship to do stuff? I think I did. Oh well.
System survey.
It's not the first time I've done that. Also, I will be going back to the 30-minute formats for
Construction
videos.
project concluded.
I know I was talking about it in the Empire at War playthrough, but it's just much easier to do,
Anomalous readings registered.
especially because it allows me to finish much of the videos that I need to do on my days off, rather than trying to get them done, you know, through the week. Because working 10 hours, it makes it a little difficult, so. So with that
Construction
being
project
said, I think
concluded.
we'll be ending it here for today. So thanks for watching, folks. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, and also don't forget, if you're looking to add either a governor or an admiral in this playthrough,
Project concluded.
let me know and I will add them to our leader list. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.
Anomaly found.